was I? Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. Real quickly, I'll get this out of the way. Diego Knows, right there. Okay, right there it is. That right there. Diego Knows and Knows Diego. Okay, that is my X. It's my X account. And right here, Diego de la Vega Knows. That one there, that's my Rumble. Okay. Because I do post these videos over there as well. All right, because you have to, because of the people that control Google, and YouTube, they tend to lean one direction. They don't like people that lean the other direction. Okay, so they'll suppress you. All right, it's already been proven. Don't debate me on this. Okay, lots of people have already admitted it. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg already admitted it. I mean, it's like that they were doing it. Okay, they were doing it. All right. So anyway, let's talk about the abortion that we witnessed called "And Just Like Crap." That is the real name of the show. As I've said before, I was a fan of Sex and the City. I'm still a fan of Sex and the City. I mean, the show was fun. It was fake as hell. Definitely, I don't care what you women seem to think how realistic. That was an absolutely realistic depiction of how women date. You just can't handle strong, independent women. You just don't want to handle the trick. No, bullshit. Bullshit right now. Okay? No. Sex in the City might have been realistic from a woman's point of view, but from a guy's point of view, okay, this shit belongs on the fucking sci-fi channel. It really does, okay? It totally doesn't fucking understand its own genre. Okay, it gave you a bunch of women. Okay, they're all sluts. Okay, all average-looking sluts. And they all date high-value men, which is bullshit right there. It's actually the other way around. Okay, in real life. Okay, and there's no men on the show. There's no men. These are caricatures of men, parodies of men. Okay, this is what a gay guy and a woman who's had the train run through her so many times. This is what they think a man is. Okay, they give you an approximation of a man, but there's no real men there. Okay, they don't act like men. They don't. They really don't. Okay, but it had a lot of fans. Maybe it's the characters that we see are what women wish men were, and I mean that from the most superficial point of view. Okay, this guy is a doctor. Okay, this guy is an investment banker. Okay, this guy is a hotel executive. Okay, this guy is a Michelin chef. Okay, these are all like high-level professions, okay, that you got to go to a lot of school for, okay, to become, okay, and that's what all the guys were on that show. Same thing on this show, okay, there's no poor people here. The poorest person on the show was Carrie. She was the only one that actually had to work for a living, okay, and she married her money, okay, so what the hell? What did she inherited all of Big's money. Biggs didn't have any kids. He had no children. Still didn't have any children. That's why he married, how old was she? Like a 45, 47-year-old woman. Okay? I mean, really, no. How old was Carrie when they got married? Wasn't she like 45, 46, 47, somewhere around there when she married Big? Of course she ain't going to squeeze out any kids. Of course not. He can still have kids. He just got to date a younger woman or marry a younger woman. But Carrie can't. And the fact that nobody brings this up, I mean, Big had more than enough money to support a family, more than enough. The guy was wealthy as fuck, okay, and we all know this, okay, and we all know damn well that Carrie would not have dated Big if he'd had a big wallet, okay. Let's be honest here. Let's quit the superficiality about how women don't care about men's looks. Get the fuck out of here. What they care about their wallet. Okay? And hypergamy is a real fucking thing. And yeah, I know you women love to deny it all the time. Oh, I married him because he treats me so well. Get the fuck out. You might have married him because he treats you well. Okay? But you were fucking the other guy behind his back. Okay? Because he fucks you better. Okay? And that's the truth. That is the honest to God truth. Okay, we've all heard that stupid ass joke, I want to find a man, the key to a successful relationship is find a man who is rich, who's great in bed, who's super good looking, who's super loyal, okay, and make sure none of them find out about each other. That's so funny. Well, it works both ways, you stupid cunt. It works both ways, okay? And the bottom line is, ladies, you have a short shelf life. I know this hurts your feelings, but I'm going to fucking tell you because the people that made this TV show don't understand this, okay? That's why I got to give you a straight man's point of view. The real question you got to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I know damn well you cannot. You cannot. Okay, neither can the people that make this TV show, because they don't understand what straight guys, they don't understand what we want, what we're looking for. Okay? Yes, all men are different. That is true. Okay, but we all kind of look for the same things in a woman. We really, at least in the Western world, we do. At least in America, we do. Okay, we look. There are certain things that all men, okay, that are straight, look for in a partner. Okay, yes, there's gonna see the outlet. You're gonna see the weirdos and stuff, the creeps, and all those people, the perverts. Of course, there's gonna be those, but those are the minority. Those are a fringe group of a fringe group. Okay, I'm talking the majority of men. Okay, yes, looks is important, but it's not the only thing. Okay, who you are is also important. Okay, I don't give a shit how fucking beautiful you are. I don't care how you could look like fucking Sydney Sweeney right now. Okay, in my opinion, Sydney Sweeney's a 10. Okay, you could look like her. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay, because if you've already fucked 600 guys and I'm the 601st guy, there's no way in fucking hell I'm making you my girlfriend. I don't give a fuck how beautiful you are or how nice you treat me. Okay, you fucked 600 other guys. Okay, you fucked 600 other guys. That's not attractive. Okay. But the people that made this show, Candace Bushel, who wrote the book, okay, and then the producers, Darren Star, who created the show, and then Michael Patrick King, who took over all the writing duties for the show, okay, they don't understand this, okay? They don't understand that a woman with a high body count is not fucking attractive to men. It's not. Yes, we will fuck you, but you're confusing sex with relationships, okay? You're confusing sex with relationships, okay? Even me, okay? And I'm not much, but even me, I fucked plenty of women that I didn't even like. Do you understand what I just said? I didn't even like them. I couldn't stand their voice, or I couldn't stand their personality. I didn't like being around them. I hated their politics, or I hated the things that they enjoyed, okay? Or whatever, okay? I've had sex with women I fucking couldn't stand. You know why? Because it was just sex. It wasn't about falling in love. It wasn't about maybe I can see a future with her. No, it wasn't, okay? It's fucking, we're drunk at a party, and now she's coming on to me in a way she never did in fucking class. So what the fuck? Why not? She's here. I'm here. We're both adults. What the fuck? Okay? Nothing wrong with that. And I wasn't even fucking, she looked good, but everything else about her was just sucked. We weren't even the same religion. And I remember this girl very well. Okay, I ain't gonna say her name. I didn't say her name, all right? But I remember this girl very well. Okay? And we couldn't stand each other. All right? But we did it. We did it more than once. Yeah. But that was it. And I didn't want any more from her. That was it. I was actually kind of disgusted at myself for sleeping with her. Okay, because this is a girl that we had classes together in college, and so sometimes we would argue in front of the whole class over stupid shit. Okay, like you've been in high school, there's always like somebody in class who's cracking up, and another person insults that person, and then he insults that person from across the classroom, and the teacher tells both, and the classroom is all laughing, who's got the better insult. And we would do shit like that all the time. Okay, the fact that we would ever hook up in real life was just ridiculous, but it happened. And it happened more than once. Okay, so that's one of the differences between men and women. Okay, yes, women will do that as well. Obviously, I just told you the woman fucked me because she wanted to. Okay, but the reason she fucked me is not the reason I fucked her. Okay, the reason she fucked me was because there was something about her that she liked about me. Maybe it's that I stood up to her because she was like a loudmouth bitch or something, okay? Maybe it's because she was sending an insult, and then I would immediately insult her back, and my insult was better than hers, and she's not used to that. She considers herself like this snarky little fucking bitch or something, that's really good at insulting people. Then I matched it right back to her. She wasn't used to that, okay? Whatever it was, there was something about me that she actually found attractive. Okay, but she ain't gonna admit that to her girlfriends. She ain't gonna admit that, or maybe she would. I don't know. But she ain't gonna admit that to me. Sure as fuck ain't gonna admit that to me. Whereas me, I always looked at her like, yeah, I don't like her, but I'll fuck her. And that's all I did. I still didn't like her after I fucked her. I still didn't like her. Okay, no, she didn't unlock my heart. No emotions came out and shit. I didn't realize that she was the one. There's no fucking Titanic orchestra playing in the background. Okay, I just came on her fucking back and that was it. What the fuck? But the important thing is, okay, is that what she found attractive in me was not what I found attractive in her. You see what I mean? I honestly don't think she was really into my looks. I think she was more into like my personality. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm 6'2" and stuff, and jacked and all that stuff, whatever. Okay, but you know, I think it was something else that she saw in me. Okay, whereas all I looked at her for was what she looked like. That's it. That's it. That's all I need to know, and that's the truth. Okay, so you know, the things that men find attractive in women are not the same things that women find attractive in men. Okay, but what this show does, because it's written by a gay guy, what the show does is it presents you with women that would meet the attraction criteria if they were dating women. You see what I mean? Would women want a guy with high social status, who dresses well, who's very good with the quips, very intelligent, can hold a conversation, you know, very interesting. You know, these are the things, you know, lots of money, they're wealthy. That's another one. Okay, these are the things, you know, professional, successful in his field, respected by people. You see, that's part of his high social status. Okay, these are things that women find attractive in a man. So what does this show do? It gives you those qualities, but puts them on a woman. And then it has all the men act like they're attracted to that, and they're not. We are not. Look at Seema, for example. Seema, okay, she is successful. She owns her own real estate business, okay? She fucking dresses. She shops at the most expensive stores. I mean, her apartment or condo, wherever the fuck it is, looks incredible. I mean, the furniture in there, easily in the fucking 50, 60, 70 grand. Okay, easily. Okay, she dresses very well. I mean, her outfits and shit are super fucking expensive. Your average woman cannot afford that shit. Okay? So she's very good at her real estate job. Okay? She's got an incredible looking place. So you know she's got money in the bank. Okay? She shops at the best stores. She eats at the best restaurants. She travels the world. Okay? She does all these things. Okay? Very smart. Like I said, successful at her business. Okay? That's all great. But you know what? When it comes to a high value man, we don't give a shit about any of that stuff. What does she look like? You know what she looks like? She looks like a fucking 58-year-old pig. Oh, sorry, I take that back. That was rude. She looks like a chain-smoking 58-year-old pig. That's what she looks like, and she's got the personality match. Okay? So, no, we're not going to find her attractive. Okay? The fucking cook at McDonald's is not going to find her attractive. Okay? Because the qualities that she has are the qualities that women want in a man. They're not the qualities that a man wants in a woman. And that's what this fucking show never, ever fucking understood. Despite the fact that I liked it, I couldn't give two fucking shits about how much money Samantha had in her bank account. I couldn't get two fucking shits about all the universities that Miranda went to. I could care fucking less. Okay, you know why? Because I'm a fucking guy. I am a fucking guy. That's the fucking difference. Your money, your education, your social, it doesn't mean shit to me. You know who does care about that stuff? Gay fucking prostitutes. Gay male prostitutes care about that shit. And you see it all the time. Like Cher is like 80 years old dating a fucking 23-year-old. Madonna is 70 years old dating a fucking 29-year-old, okay? What do you think those guys are doing with all the gifts that these women keep buying them? Okay, they're just giving it to their boyfriends. They're just waiting for them to kick the bucket so they can take their money. That's all they're there for. Okay, but yet these deluded women seem to think that, oh, you should be jealous of me. Look at my hot boyfriend. Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't work on women. You know who it works on? It works on guys. Okay, when a guy is fucking 70 years old with his beer belly, but he's got a shitload of money, and his girlfriend is a fucking 23-year-old fucking swimsuit model with big natural titties, okay, it's the men that get jealous. It's the women that get jealous. You see what I mean? Did you get some fat ass fucking Botoxed out the ass fucking, 70-year-old woman with a 28-year-old fucking stud? You know what a guy thinks when he sees that? He thinks he's a fucking fag who's just using her for money. And you know why he thinks that? Because he's right. But what do I know? What do I know, right? Oh, I want to see this episode. What I just described, I want to see that episode on here, but you know it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. No. No, it won't. And I think we know why it won't happen. We know why. All right, let's get into this fucking episode, right? This is season 3, episode 1. Okay, this video is part 3, okay? Because I'm going to make as many videos as I have to get through the damn episode, all right? So the name of this episode is called Outlook Good. Outlook Good. You know why this episode is called Outlook Good? Because later on in the episode, Carrie shakes an 8-ball and the fortune says Outlook Good, all right? That's why. Okay, so where we left off now, Carrie and Seema are walking through the park. Okay, now the scene we just left, okay, it was where Charlotte was complaining about about this old lady said that the Charlotte's dog, Richard Burton, the pit bull, attacked her little chihuahua, named Peanut, and injured Peanut, so she had to take Peanut to the vet to get an MRI, and now she expects Charlotte to pay for that MRI because it was her dog that had died, but there was no witnesses there. Okay, so Charlotte says it wasn't me. So what happens? It starts a confrontation. So now Charlotte's just bitching about that to her fucking no balls, no dick husband. Yes, I know Harry has a dick, all right, but he doesn't fucking use it. He doesn't fucking use it. Okay, he's a beta male soy boy. The guy that makes dad jokes and depreciates himself and acts like a fucking idiot and always complains about how stupid and insecure he is. While his wife fucking berates him and treats him like shit over and over again. Okay, and barks orders to him and makes demands on him and gives him ultimatums all the fucking time. And he just twiddles his thumbs and shit and says, yes, dear, yes, dear. Okay, she disrespects him in front of their fucking kids. And he's just like, oh, yeah, I understand. It's okay. Like that. Okay, I don't know why the fuck Charlotte became such a fucking bitch. She was always the sweetheart on the show. She was the one I was most attracted to, and most men. We were the ones that actually watched, the straight guys actually watched Sex and the City back in the day. Charlotte was hands down the one we're all attracted to. All you fucking bitches out there wanted to be fucking Samantha. All you bitches out there, when you get angry, you think you're fucking Miranda. And all you bitches out there, okay, when you're dating guys, you see yourselves as Carrie, okay? But you all wanted to fucking be Samantha, didn't you? She was your fucking superhero. She was your role model, wasn't she? Okay? But yet in real life, the woman that's gonna get all the fucking cock is gonna be Charlotte. But you can't tell that to the fucking producers of the show, could you? Anyway, move around. But Charlotte looked good back then. She looks like shit now. I know she got rid of the fillers, or she's trying to let the fillers fucking evaporate or something, whatever. They get reabsorbed through her skin, where she's not getting any more, okay? Because she looks like shit. Okay, and it's true, she does, okay? Which sucks, because I used to really like her, okay? But I quit liking her a long time ago. Did you know she used to date Alec Baldwin? Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. Yeah, the guy that fucking murdered his own director of his own movie. Anyway. Moving right along, so we went through that scene, okay? Next scene is Carrie and Seema are walking through the park. They're eating ice cream or snow cones or frost, whatever the fuck they're doing. And Carrie, of course, they're gossiping and talking about their fucking problems like they always do, okay? And Carrie's wearing a fucking hot air balloon on her head. Why is she wearing that? I don't fucking know. I don't understand these choices. What really pisses me off about this show and Sex and the City was Carrie would dress like fucking Pennywise the fucking dancing clown from a goddamn Stephen King novel, okay? And yet nobody ever gave her a second look. Nobody ever said, why the fuck did you walk out of your fucking brownstone looking like that? Not one fucking character ever fucking did that. I'm a fucking guy, and even I would tell her, maybe you made some bad choices this morning when you were getting dressed. Okay, even I would say that, and I don't give a shit about what women wear. Most guys don't. We don't care about two fucking things, okay? Does she look good or does she look like shit? That's it. There is nothing in the middle. We don't fucking care. Whenever you ask us, we just tell you what you fucking want to hear, and that's the fucking truth, okay? If you look really fucking good, we're gonna notice it. If you look really fucking bad, we're gonna notice that, and we'll say something on those two ends. But somewhere in the middle, we don't say shit, and we don't fucking care. Okay, Carrie consistently walks around fucking New York dressed like fucking Pogo the Clown. And nobody says a goddamn thing to her. Yeah, she's over here daydreaming and thinking about her sex life and why her sex life isn't where you want. Maybe you need to change her fucking clothes. How about for starters, how about that? How about no guy would ever want to be fucking seen with you wearing some of the fucking bullshit that you wear on? You look like a fucking clown. Now, we could tolerate a little bit of it back when you were, hotter, back when you were in your early 30s and you were like better looking. But now you look like shit and you dress like shit. There's nothing here we want to see. All right. Goddamn fucking Rosie O'Donnell looks better than what fucking Carrie's got on right now. Jesus Christ. All right. So she's wearing, I'm not kidding, she's wearing a fucking hot air balloon on her head. And they're just walking. Of course, nobody is like laughing at her or anything like that, you know, which would happen in real life. Okay, Seema, her friend, doesn't say, Carrie, why do you look like a fucking like a deflated tit on your head? You know, why does it look like that? Even she doesn't say it. Nobody ever fucking calls out Carrie on her fucking wardrobe. Okay? But Seema is too busy talking about herself. Okay, she remember she set her apartment on fire. Well, she set her bed on fire because she fell asleep on the bed while smoking a cigarette. And then the only thing that bothered her about that was that fucking she burned her hair, so she had to cut it like a couple of inches. No big deal. It's not like she's fucking scarred or nothing, right? She just had to cut off the edges of her hair. You know, that's it. Big fucking deal. She's more upset that her fucking boyfriend didn't answer the FaceTime that she made. And so she's going to blame Ravi, her boyfriend, who's fucking in some other country filming a movie because he's a director. Okay. She's going to blame him for this. All right. She'll find a way to blame him for her own stupid ass choices because no woman is ever held accountable for any of her choices on this show. Not on this show and not on Sex and the City. All right. Moving right along. So Seema tells Carrie that she's nothing will work out kind of girl. So she's, in other words, she's a fucking pessimist, especially when it comes to relationship. Well, that's why she's like 58 years old and still single, okay, with no kids. It's because she doesn't believe that she can do better. And the whole world, and I mean this, okay, it's all of society needs to suffer for that. All the straight men in the world need to suffer for her fucking depression, okay, because she's not happy in life. All men need to pay for that. That's basically her thing. So why the fuck would anyone want to date her? Okay, because she projects that completely. If I was walking down the street and I saw Seema, that's the first thing I was thinking. This woman fucking hates men. She hates men because they have disappointed her. Why the fuck would I want to talk to her? I wouldn't. And that's the truth. And I'm not even a fucking billionaire. I'm not even a fucking famous movie director. I don't own the fucking hottest nightclub in Brooklyn. Okay? I don't fucking use a fucking penis pump. Okay? These are the kind of guys that she dates. And even me, I wouldn't go out with her. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Great show. Now, so Seema says she called Ravi, okay, and demanded, now this is off camera, we didn't see this happen. She demanded that he fly to New York to see her. Okay, so I guess he was in Egypt filming a movie for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's a big budget director. Okay, she demanded that he get on a plane and fly to New York and come see her. Okay, because she needs proof that he loves her. She needs proof that he loves. Well, okay, did he ever stick his dick inside of you, Seema? He did. Okay, that's proof. Okay, because only somebody who loved your fucking ugly, disgusting, chain smoking ass would fucking do that. Anyway, and then she looks at Carrie and says, "How do you and Aiden do it?" Because remember, Aiden and Carrie are separated. They're separated. They took a 5-year break, okay, which for no reason other than her Aiden's son almost died in a car accident because he's 14 and he was drinking and he crashed the car. So because his dad was moving to New York to be with Carrie, despite the fact that he has 2 older brothers, I'm sure one of them's at least 18. Okay, they could have taken care of him. Okay, and he could have come to visit and stuff. No, that wasn't good enough. Aiden had to fucking leave Carrie in New York. Okay, because she ain't going to the country. Okay, and move back to the fucking country to babysit his fucking son to make sure he doesn't get drunk and crash the car again and almost die again. All right, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Okay, and they also agreed not to call each other, but of course they do, and Carrie's not allowed to come visit him. This is stupid, but yet somehow they're still together somehow. It's ridiculous, okay? So that's going on here, okay? So like I said, Seema wants proof that Ravi loves her. Okay, that's why she forced him, gave him an ultimatum to better come over to New York and come see her. Okay, now the whole Ravi and Seema relationship is bullshit. It makes no fucking sense, okay? He is a high-valued, high-priced director. Like I said, he's making movies for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? He's like a Michael Bay type director, okay? He doesn't do little budgets. He's like Wolfgang Peterson, one of those guys, okay? He has a neck scarf permanently attached to his neck at all times, all right? And the fact that he would fall in love with Seema is bullshit, okay? In real life, a guy like that would basically be auditioning a hot young actress okay, who's desperate for a role in the movie as a leading lady in the movie, and then he would make her come to his mansion, and he would sit there and watch her wash his car and film it. And based on that, while she washes his car in a bikini, then he'll decide whether or not he wants to give her the job. If he decides he wants to give her the job, then she's going to have to spread her legs for him. Okay. After that's done, then she will officially be cast. Okay. Now, I'm not describing to you what Michael Bay did with Megan Fox. I'm not describing that at all. Okay. Because in that one, he actually called her agent first, and then he. But I'm describing what Robbie would do if he wanted to get laid. It sure as hell wouldn't be dating this piece of shit, chain smoking, insufferable, entitled, feminist, butt ugly woman. Okay, 58-year-old woman, no less. That she lies to her family and tells them she has a boyfriend when she really doesn't. Okay, no, he wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't do that. Okay, he'd be fucking Megan Fox. All right, now moving right along. Okay, let's see. It's all bullshit. Okay. Now the next thing we have here is Lisa. Okay. Lisa Todd Wexley. Okay. She's the black feminist woman on the show. Okay. Married to Herbert, this black soy boy beta male accountant who went to Harvard, who pays for everything, but she bosses him around and she bosses all the kids around. He's just a pussy soy boy. Just basically a black version of Harry. Beta male, insecure, unsure of himself. You know, can't do anything right. You know, he's just a dumbass who pays for everything. He's running for a comptroller of New York because his wife Lisa put him up to it. He didn't want to do it, but she fucking told him to because, you know, he needs to prove his worthiness to her every fucking day. Okay, otherwise she'll leave him. Okay, and by the way, Lisa's attracted to fucking underage boys, just in case you forgot about that. I didn't. Okay, so anyway, Lisa's is doing her presentation. She's a documentarian. She's pitching a series on black women, of course, because on And Just Like That, on Just Like Crap, okay, every fucking episode is Black History Month, and you need to be educated. Because they know damn well that it's mostly white women that watch this show. So you white privileged, racist women need to be educated, okay, on black sheroes, okay? Because that's the point of the show, okay? You can't have an episode of this without, you know, LGBTQ pride stuff on there and Black History Month, okay? So that's going on here. She's doing a documentary on the unknown, unsung black sheroes. That's her word, not mine. Okay? And of course, the producers at PBS are all fucking straight white guys. Well, let's put it this way. They will be here in a couple of weeks because Trump officially pulled off funding from PBS because of the DEI stuff. Did I tell you the show is dated? Like, everyone that makes the show, they think it's still 2020. Okay, for some stupid reason, they think it's 2020. You know, they're like, Biden, yay! They think that. You know, but like the show finally came out, and you guys are still trapped in 2020. Okay, the country has moved on since then. Okay, there's no more lockdowns. All right, the DEI shit, it never stuck. It never caught on. Okay, it just destroyed a bunch of companies. That's all it did. Okay, that's all it fucking did. Nobody bought that shit. Nobody cared about it. DEI stands for didn't earn it. That's what it really stands for. Okay? I guess they didn't think this through when they made this TV show. Okay, so that's going on here. So she points out this woman named Bessie Coleman, who was the Amelia Earhart of black women, okay, because Bessie Coleman got her fucking pilot's license in 1921, and white girl closeted lesbian, although she did cheat on her husband, white girl Amelia Earhart didn't get hers until 1923, you see? So she was even before Amelia Earhart. The problem with that narrative, and I'm pretty sure Lisa's not going to put it in her documentary, is that a woman named Harriet Quimbley got her pilot license, a white woman, in 1911. Okay? 1911. Okay, that's 10 years before Bessie Coleman did. And she was white. And 1 year before Harriet Quimbley, the first American, Blanche Stewart Scott, she got her pilot's license in 1910, a year earlier than Harriet Quimbley, who got hers 10 years before Bessie Coleman. And if that isn't enough, a woman named Raymond de la Roque got her pilot's license in 1909. A year, and she was white. A year before Blanche Stewart Scott did in 1910, who got it a year before Harriet Quimby got hers in 1911, a white girl. And that was 10 years before Bessie Coleman got hers in 1921, okay? So, come on, Amelia Earhart? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right? Anyway, okay, and this Bessie Coleman, by the way, did not fly from New Jersey to fucking Paris, okay, like Amelia Earhart did. All right, moving right along. Herbert, of course, soy boy, bitch boy Herbert, calls to interrupt Lisa while she's doing her presentation because he's pissing himself that he's not cool enough. He's so insecure that he doesn't look cool. He doesn't present himself as cool, okay, enough to run for city comptroller. Okay, so because his fucking dick doesn't work, neither does mine because I watched the Rosie Miranda thing. Because of this, his insecurity that he doesn't look cool enough, he has to call his wife for fucking emotional support because that's what real fucking men do. When we're unsure of ourselves, okay, when we're afraid, we don't look pretty, we call our wife, oh, I'm pretty, aren't I, please? Tell me I'm pretty, oh, thank God, I love you so much. You know, while she's getting fucking Tyrone on the other end of the line. But anyway, so that's going on here, okay? He's insecure about whether he looks cool. So of course, you know, he calls his wife Lisa, who like a mom. She has to give him emotional, positive affirmations, okay? Because he can't fucking do it himself. Why? Because he's a fucking pussy. He's the woman in the relationship. He pays for everything, that's true, which is a masculine role, okay? But he has no fucking authority in his own family for his wife, nothing, okay? His kids don't even fucking respect him, okay? The only person with authority in that fucking household is fucking Lisa, his wife, okay? Despite the fact that she earns fucking $40,000 a year making some bullshit fucking documentaries that nobody wants to fucking see. And why the fuck would a straight guy act this way? Okay, you know why? Because gay guys who write this stuff, like Michael Patrick Queen, who wrote this episode, they always write down straight guys as being gay. That's why. Because that's some of the fucking that Michael Patrick Queen does. He calls fucking his boyfriend or shit, oh, am I pretty enough? That's what he fucking does. So of course that must mean all guys do that. All right, anyway, the producers of this stupid ass documentary that nobody's gonna see, okay, they want Lisa says to remove one of the 10 black women off of her list and add Michelle Obama. And Lisa says like, well, you know, but my documentary is about unseen, unsung black women. And Michelle Obama is probably the most famous black woman in the world. Okay, so she's pretty much sung. Okay, and the producers, like I said, who are all white guys, they tell her that you cannot do an accurate depiction of the first black anything, despite the fact I just fucking told you that Bessie Coleman did not fly across the Atlantic, okay? Amelia Earhart did that, all right? You cannot do the documentary about the first black anything that women have done without including the first black first lady, Big Mike. Yes, Big Mike. That's what we call her. That's what straight guys call her. Him, Big Mike. And it ain't because of how tall she is. I'll just put you that way. Yeah, Big Mike. All right. It's very known, okay? The problem with Big Mike is that she is supposed to be the most famous black woman in the world. Probably, I mean, when her husband was president, yeah, she was everywhere. Okay, buddy with Oprah. Okay, the media loved her. She was the Princess Di of America, pretty much. Okay, for a good 10 years. Even today, the problem is she's got a podcast that you didn't even know about. You know why? Because nobody's fucking listening to it. Here she is, okay? Barack Obama's fucking wife, despite the fact that her husband is cheating on her with Jennifer Aniston, okay? Barack Obama's wife goes on started up a podcast like 2 months ago. You know how many subscribers she has? Okay? She has, 17,100 subscribers. Okay, Big Mike has on her podcast, 17,100 subscribers, okay? Just to give you some comparison, Joe Rogan, you know who that is? You know how many he's got? Okay, he's got 19.5 million. And Joe Rogan wasn't splashed all over every fucking magazine, every news article, every fucking social media site for fucking the past 12 years, okay? Joe Rogan was not, okay? But Big Mike was. And she only has 17,100 subscribers on her fucking podcast. What does that tell you, huh? How do you feel out there now? Maybe the media have been lying to you about who's cool and who isn't? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so that's going on. Okay, and they basically tell Lisa's about to shit herself. There's no way in fucking hell she can get Michelle Obama to be in her documentary, despite the fact that Michelle Obama only has 17,000 subscribers on her podcast. So she shits herself, and the producers leave her, and now she's scared. Okay, she's scared because she doesn't know how to do this. Okay, how is she gonna get Big Mike to be in her documentary? Okay, well, of course we hear the piano music. That's when you know there's been a shift in the tone. Okay, a plot twist or whatever. They always play the piano. Dun, 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 dun. Whenever you hear that on the show, that means that something weird's about to happen, and that's what happens here. Okay, and of course Lisa acts like she can fucking she acts like she can't do this, so she panics, okay? And obviously, this is foreshadowing something. The reason this whole scene exists, besides the fact that you white women out there need to be educated on Black history, besides that fact, the other reason this scene exists is because obviously Big Mike is going to make a cameo later on in this show. It's so fucking obvious, all right? Okay, I've lost my shit. I'm done for this for right now. I will be back soon to continue reviewing this abortion. I do thank you for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.